everyone, it's Evelyn. I have a few reads for you. I have a couple messages of the day. I have a union read and a twin flame read. And we're going to go ahead first and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. One more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. Thank you for joining me, for being here with me. I'm going to get it right into the messages of the day. I want to show you a couple pictures from this morning. It was very interesting. There's a UFO documentary up on Netflix. I was watching that last night, and it was very interesting because in the message of the day I did yesterday before I watched that, there was energy of autopsies coming up, and then there were autopsies coming up in the UFO documentary. So you might want to check it out, I don't know. But that energy is coming up again today. And then the bird, there was a lot of bugs out today as opposed to the bird pictures. I was capturing a lot of the bugs. And this was a really cool picture that came up of a reflection of the bug flying in the sun. See the sun cloud and the reflection of the bird? How cool is that? And them coming together. Yeah, this is the other two pictures I took of that same bee or whatever it is with the reflection in the cloud. That was another one that came out really cool too. Look at that one. Looks like a butterfly, but I think it's the bee. Okay, so a lot of bugs out there. So perhaps some petty annoyances or something buzzing in your ear. So we're going to roll a die. I'm going to show you the pictures, see what's coming up, and then we'll get right into the message of the day. This is the twin flame union read. Excuse me. I'm going through detox. By the way, my air conditioning's working again, so I feel much better. I went to the beach yesterday with my son. We have good news for him as well, so I don't know why this isn't focusing in. Let's try that one more time. There we go. We have the 4D, 5D, 6D, Divine Feminine on the left, Masculine on the right, the bridge between in the center, incoming Divine Feminine, outgoing Divine Masculine, the underlying energies, and then the closing energies here, the SIRIAN Starseed deck. Here is the regular Twin Flame read, which is the 7-deck read you see in front of you. And then here is the first message of the day done yesterday, and the second message I just did this morning. Or actually, they were done the day before because I was at the beach yesterday. But the message of the day was done yesterday. The other two reads were done on the 8th, was it? On the 9th, sorry. So today's the, I'm forgetting what day it is. Is it the 10th today? I just want to make sure it is. Yep, Tuesday, August 10th. So let's see where this all goes. Let's roll the die for the twin flames. Okay, we have Pluto going on here, profound transformations. We have the number 3, which is the coming together, socializing, but also Gaia and abundance. And we also have Capricorn. I'm just looking at the die. So we have Capricorn here too. So yeah, Pluto's very transformative, kind of Scorpio, energies there. I'm not sure what the sign is. I'm just getting Scorpio. It may be Scorpio, but I can't remember. the 3 of the coming together. 3 is also the Empress, which is Taurus energy, and then Capricorn. Okay, so there's a lot of earth energy there. So you may be feeling, you know, that 3D reality. And then again, the big transformations that are going on. And there's definitely, for me, there's definitely really good news and really dark energy bubbling up as well. Just feeling the collective. You may be feeling it as well. It's probably not you, so don't feed into that, right? It's probably the collective you're feeling right now. I can definitely feel it. Let's go right into the first message. That was done at 6:40 last night, which is the Lovers and the 40 of the Page of Cups. And the message of the day with the underlying energy being the pup. Was that the first underlying energy today too? It might be. Hold on. No, but the pup, it is related. The child comes up as the first card in the second read as well. So the underlying energy is the pup, which is, it can be a dog. Also can be innocent love, like the Page of Cups. It also can be that loyal friend, you know, who wants you to take the lead. But that innocent loyalty there of the pup is the underlying energy, with the first card being the birds. And the birds is the underlying energy in the second read. The birds has to do with, it can be me talking about the birds and the bugs, the birds and the bees, but also has to do with chatter and online socializing, coming together, or lots of women coming together as well. But again, power in numbers. And then the key came up with the anchor as well. So the loyal friend, or perhaps a child or a puppy, or a message of love with good news here, and the community talk with a key to your freedom to open the cage, and anchoring down, or perhaps going to the beach. With 2 as 1, the child cracking codes, perhaps to the university, the institution, the public life, traveling to open a door and uncover what's real and what's not. Through the trunk of the tree, or perhaps the 4D rainbow bridge, in a breakthrough of commitment to separate the wheat from the chaff, with the power lady taking a risk to go public, and or there may be some kind of restrictions due to travel plans that are needed, and cracking the whip with rider and traveling, or perhaps dealing with lumber at night, mid-moon, which would be around the 14th, which I have a shower to go to on the 14th, and that would be right around the so the 8th is a new moon. So around the 22nd, 23rd is going to be the full moon. I'm not sure what day it is, but there's energy around the full moon that comes up today too. But the 14th is the mid-moon, that really calm energy to do things. But again, traveling perhaps, or good news coming in, perhaps dealing with lumber at night or at mid-moon, or perhaps romancing this energy here around the 14th to abundant flow and spirituality, with a power man perhaps having a breakthrough. Sunshine, exposure of a commitment, and the mother bear, or the powers that be, to take a closer look at a contract or a letter, as the fox leads them to the loving lady at the house with gifts or flowers perhaps, or death of the snake, or toxins around, an autopsy of toxic water connected to the power man. And that toxic water, whatever that means to you, take it as it comes. Commitment to solar power and mountain water perhaps, and critters chewing up the wires or making a mess for the loving man to look at or clean up. Crossing that bridge when coming to it, and navigating the tail end as timelines collapse for 2 wise old owls, the gift of the burden, the masks of abundance and discovery of our worlds, the spiritual family with Kundalini rising to nest in the golden egg, in deliverance of the clover and wishes for good luck to come. So there was definitely great energy coming through yesterday. I had a beautiful day with my son at the beach, but also he had good news and I had good news, because my air conditioning guy came to fix my air conditioning. And by the way, he's just one of those amazing people. Like, I've been dealing with him for many, many years, and he's just an amazing person. So you may be dealing with some of those people in your life who always come through for you, who are just, you know, all those people always want to help and not complain about things. The second message of the day had the underlying energy of the birds. Again, power in numbers. The birds out in nature. A lot of online stuff and chatter and talk perhaps. And the first child out being the child. The first card out, and then the sun. Which is funny, you know, because I was with my child in the sun yesterday. So lots of birds, whether it's nature or power in numbers, and chatter, socializing, networking. The child's moment in the sun perhaps. A mountain to climb, getting their wish. The loyal pup committing to taking a risk in public or meet of their dreams. The fox leaving the country or the ranch, and that can reference a house or the actual country or ranch, to navigate through the labyrinth, riding in with good news for the institution, the establishment, the hospital or university, cracking the whip, or impatient with power to get to the power man to look closer at details of what's needed now, lower the risk perhaps, or perhaps a surprise gift that is not without its challenges, with direction now cleared up, for abundance and spiritual peace to come, a place that resonates with your heart. Romantic notions of a mountaineer with rod and staff, and bridging with help from Mama Bear to get details and information regarding well water and emotional clearance, and doing that shadow work. Perhaps dealing with petty annoyances, pests, mice, or food left out. Anchoring in health codes and public vaults, with the gift of time to grow, with wise guidance available to help with directions, and the loving lady with good news and abundant flow, leading the way to spiritual peace, with two hearts as one in a romantic breakthrough, or perhaps at the full moon, with dark birds leaving the scene, and the power lady looking perhaps at an autopsy or medical appointment or report or research or dictation, or the 5D connection and meditation, and nesting in a beautiful place with clean water and deliverance. Home, union, with snake or toxins attacking a loving man, regarding water and deliverance. And that can be any deliveries you're getting as well. Perhaps you're dealing with your home or the union with snake or toxins attacking the loving man. So if you're divine feminine, you may also be feeling your masculine going through some of these attacks. Thinking about masks, deceptions, and the key to freedom, perhaps traveling with the loving lady to open a new door. Two as one, the Paramahamsa swans swimming together and then around the big rock in order to come together on the other side. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. It's all about choice. And then perhaps two who have opened doors on their own, now having their paths due to cross again, the midpoint of the sine wave. Just like the age of Aquarius is like the age of Pisces was the downslope of the sine wave, and as we cross the line and go into the up wave is the age of Aquarius, right? Those 1,000 years of heaven on earth. So there's definitely some nervous energy going on this morning, maybe dealing with some 3D stuff. But remember, it may not be your energy. It may be feeling the collective or your divine counterpart and having a little trouble talking right now. Just want to make sure there's nothing else coming up here. Yeah, so the UFO documentary that I watched last night on Netflix was really a good education about everything that's gone on with the ETs and the government since 47 and Roswell. So if you're not up on all that stuff with MJ12, they talk about that. They talk about Travis Walton in Arizona, Terry Lovelace, and the vessel. Oh, I wanted to tell you about this. I almost forgot. So last night I was guided to go outside and try to capture something on my camera, but it's dark out, you know, and my iPads don't do very well with that, but I was guided to do it anyway. So there's a little bit of light in one direction around the clouds, which, you know, I could see a little bit, but I wasn't really getting much. Some of the stars were out. So I faced the other direction that I don't usually face because that's not where the sun comes up in the morning. And I caught a plane going by, and you could see it was a plane. It was up in the air going through the clouds. It was a little bit cloudy. But I saw the plane clear as day, and I was videotaping it, or took a picture of it, and I got a picture of it. It's not real clear, but I see it there. And it's going through the clouds going east. And then as it goes into the clouds, and I can't really see it anymore, it crosses paths with another what you would think was a plane, but it didn't look like the plane at all. It had just a red light flashing with other white lights. It didn't have the multiple colors like the plane did. And it was smaller. You couldn't actually see a vehicle. It was like really dark. And it was so interesting because then in the documentary, they're talking about the TR-3B that they've been secretly working on, the Astra, which is, you know, they've been using the ET crafts that they've collected over the years to develop something like it, right? But totally in secret, right? So they talk about the Skunk Works aircraft and the Astra, which is that triangular vehicle, which is black. So I don't know if I saw something like that or if it was just a different kind of plane, but it was definitely bringing up that same energy that I was watching in the movie. And so if you see three lights in the sky, it could actually be one of our crafts, not necessarily an ET craft, because we've been using the ET crafts to build something of our own. It's called Dark Star or Astra. It's part of the Aurora program. Yeah, and then they talk about the ESP, extrasensory perception, and how the vehicles are, you know, like many of you may know already, the Pleiadians, especially on Elena Danon's channel, have talked about how they run their ships with ESP. But they also use implants and things like that to navigate. But again, you know, communicating with ETs in a psychic way as opposed to through your mouth. First tested this vehicle in the early 1990s, which was noiseless with radar and optic invisibility, a magnetic field disruptor. So it's basically anti-gravity, which is why they can go so fast and without, you know, making a sound. So again, many reports of the V-shaped aircraft that doesn't officially exist, right? Because they weren't officially making this craft. It's actually the size of a football field is what they're saying. In 1989, there was a Belgian red light flashing in the center of a field with white lights around, just like this. It was that vehicle that was hovering over the field. And of course, the government found all sorts of ways of explaining away all of these things that we actually did see, but, you know, making us believe that we didn't actually see what we thought we saw. Okay. So yeah, it's really cool that I saw those planes. Again, the two ships passing in the night. The same thing was coming up with the bee I showed you with the shadow in the cloud. The two ships passing in the night or crossing paths. And again, the ships coming up. And we may be seeing more of the ships, I'm sure we will, in the near future. All right, so let's get right into the union read. All right, so the union read I did on this one was done on the 8th at 5:56 p.m. The underlying energy was the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands was in the center, and then the Five of Cups at the end. So a new life, a groundbreaking Knight of Wands, or the sword pulled out of the stone. The King, or the Knight of Wands with a slow burn, passionate energy and grieving loss, regret. Or the Feminine in the woods counting to 10. No one to play hide and seek with, hiding from the heat, or sexy man-child perhaps. And the incoming Divine Feminine was the Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. An offer of a new life, knowing and floating on air, surfing the wave in the green infinity cup, receiving downloads from 6D, Queen of Wands, to 5D, Crown, passing down to the 4D, to the ground, while two men may be watching. Which is so funny because in the movie last night about the UFOs, in two different segments, because it's not one movie, they're episodes. In two different episodes, they talk about the two men, you know, like the men in suits, but they're actually CIA agents coming to visit one of these people, you know, who had a UFO experience. So here's the two men watching, okay? So a new life with peace of mind, being love and taking risks that are natural to you, the Divine Feminine. The 4D here is the Four of Cups, Ascension, which is the world, and the King of Wands. The Divine Feminine looking up, an island to herself, connecting with Sirius star, which was Lionsgate here, which we're still in, that energies, I believe, till the 14th. In turbulent seas, which you may be feeling bubbling up right now, the divine masculine King of Wands shaman with the sun rising and setting on the left with the divine feminine while leaning on the right stone wall, playing it cool. Bridging with Ascension world, I dream of Genie, the divine feminine on a rock at sea, the divine masculine on a rock on land. Bridging in the plasma ethers. And then I was getting the plasma of the ash, which means light in the Pleiadian language, per Elena Denon, to sharpen, cut, or pierce, or slaughter, or get through, cut through it all and complete the cycle. The 5D here is the Starseed, the Knight of Wands, and Justice. The divine feminine with a big download, or ice ball to crown. The divine masculine and portal of the divine justice rings a bell. Bridging with the Knight of Wands, royalty taking a break from the, went to write a break from the heat, but it wrote heart. So again, the 5D, divine feminine with a big download or ice ball to their crown, as a divine masculine in a portal of divine justice that rings a bell. Bridging with the Knight of Wands, royalty taking a break from the heart or from the heat. The 6D here is the Chariot, Queen of Wands, and the Hermit. The divine feminine with all senses on blast, moving fast, as the divine masculine Hermit with light to see who's out there, with the Queen of Wands standing between them. And by the way, on Lionsgate, the numbers for that day were so in alignment with Lionsgate. Number 1, it was Sunday. Sun is Leo. It's 8-8. The day added up to 21, which is the completion of the world, and also the 8 of strength too. 8-8 it's all Leo. Plus we're in Leo. Plus it was really hot. And the time of the new moon was at 9:50, which is the Hermit, and the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment of the Hermit. So it's very, very much in alignment with Lionsgate energy. So we have and a plane is flying over right now. It's 108. So there's that 8 again of the dance, and the Leo energy, the strength energy, courage. It was just 22:22 on this clock. So that's that one-to-one energy of the one-on-one relationship, the two as one, which was coming up in the messages of the day very strongly. All right, so at 6:33, which is the Lovers, and the 33 of the Christ vibration, which is the way 33 is written, 33/6. It's also the 7 of Wands, standing up for oneself without getting defensive. The divine feminine looking up and thinks it's a star, but it's falling quickly. And next she's seeing stars. Didn't see that coming out of left field. Okay? So again, seeing things you didn't expect, like the planes that I saw last night. And then again, the bugs that came into the video from this morning. Out of left field, which is also the feminine side. Looking up, thinking it's a star, but it's falling quickly. And next she's seeing stars. So again, maybe getting hit on the head, or maybe getting a big download she wasn't expecting. Didn't see that coming out of left field. Grounding and integrating a fresh new start, taking off in the chariot or vehicle arrives just in the nick of time to witness or stop the Queen of Wands from hitting them with her curveball. Okay? That could be interference from someone as well. Something out of left field too, or someone you thought you were done with already, you didn't have to deal with their BS anymore, and then throwing another one at you for no reason. And then the divine masculine with the King of Wands shaman in a breakthrough of justice, with the Hermit with light or guidance, or old man who got their wings. The bridge here is ascending, or the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, or ascending of the Knight and the Queen of Wands. Completion of Jack and Jill, with the divine feminine with Aries and Cancer on their side and the Knight of Cups. And on the masculine side, Libra and Virgo came up with the King of Wands and the Page of Cups. Between them was coming up Pisces, as well as the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And there could be 2 sets of children here too. They could be water-based children and fire-based children. This can even be one of each on each side for the masculine and the feminine. So we have the outgoing divine masculine is the Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. The stairway to heaven, passing through the Batcave, as the Page of Cups, with their heart open wide, makes a splash showing off their talents, but failing to get his attention, and then in the woods alone with the two cups, perhaps crying, exhausted, or just counting to 10, but he never shows. The Two of Cups kids and two fire kids, one of each on each side, perhaps bowling for dollars, and kaplunk, so a lot of game show stuff was coming up. The etheric game shows, instead of prizes, they are gifts. And the loser is getting over it, instead of blaming everybody for losing. Okay, so it's, again, the energy of going up to heaven on earth in the 5D. The number that came up was number 30, which is so funny. I didn't remember this because on our day yesterday down the shore with my son, he's 30, and all the 30 energies, our exit was 30. There were so many 30s coming up. But 30 is the Four of Wands and the union energy. The horizontal energies came up as 6, 0, and 24, which is the Lovers, source energy or space, and then the 24 of the Queen of Wands. And the vertical pillars came up 3, 7, 4, 7, 4, 5. So we have the 3 of the Empress, 7 of the Chariot, 4 of the Emperor, and then again 7 of the Chariot, 4 of the Emperor, and 5 of the Hierophant. But both 3 and 5 are the Empress and the Hierophant, which are both Taurus energies. So we have 2 of each energy, 2 of the Chariot, which are Cancer energy, 2 of the Fours, which are Aries energy, and then 2 Taurus energies. So very much Cancer, Aries, and Taurus here. The messages were coming through as the Lovers with space for the Queen of Wands, perhaps at the home or in union, or Lovers, source, Queen of Wands is home. Also 1 Chariot with the Emperor and the Empress, the power couple perhaps, and then 1 Chariot with the Emperor and the Hierophant, church and state. Both Aries and Taurus in the house here. As the King of Cups Emperor is in the Chariot, is at a loss, perhaps depressed or regret, and going home, where the Empress with the Four of Pentacles, which can be the divine masculine's heart, or again holding on to things, perhaps grounding and integrating and being practical, or perhaps hoarding and holding on too strongly. It just depends on what you're going through. But the Empress has the Four of Pentacles, and the Hierophant has the Four of Pentacles, and often the Four of Pentacles plus the Four of Pentacles come up as the masculine and feminine, because that becomes the Eight of Pentacles, which is the work of the mission together. These two could be also splitting a home half and half, perhaps selling it to divide or settle out on a divorce or something like that. They could also be siblings perhaps doing that. The King of Cups seeing synchronicities of the Emperor and the Hierophant in the house, and this can be reflecting political energies as well. So whatever comes up for you, that's what you should accept. All right, now we have the Twin Flame read, which was done on the 8th as well at 7:02 p.m. I wrote the 9th, I don't know why. By the way, yesterday the 9th was my parents' anniversary. My parents were Geminis. They were born 7 years and 7 days apart, and they were both Gemini. And that was yesterday when I went to the beach with my son. So there was significant energy there. I just wanted to correct something. So the read here for the Twin Flames was for yesterday into today, and this was done on the 8th at 7:02 p.m. And 7 is the Chariot, 2 is the High Priestess. That was when the SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut and dealt. And while shuffling, the 8 of Wands, the Arrows of Love, flew out, and that was at 7:02, right before I cut the deck. So July 2nd is also coming up with the 7:02, and then 7:13 is the 7:13 is the Chariot and the Death card, or transformation, where F crystals came up, and crystals can be anything that is practical, like money, but day-to-day living, time, money, effort, any of those categories, but also crystals is Christ-like or crystals. So whatever F crystals means to you in that respect, F is also the phi energy of expanding and contracting, or staying in the middle and just reflecting. Also ALS coming up, so Lou Gehrig's could come up as well. And again, a likeness with the Chariot and the Death or Transformation card, which is ascending through the portal, which is Lionsgate right now. So then at 7:26, I finished doing the read, the 7-deck read. It's a lot of energy, guys, so don't force every message to fit. It's for everybody. And if you want something more personal, you can always connect with me. My information's below, as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. Check out my CD too. It's called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe. Check it out if you want. It's only $1 for a song. And then we have the read at 7:26, which is the Chariot, and the 26 of the Page of Wands, which is like the inspired boy, you know, who wants to go out on a date or do something creative, or excited to go drive in a car or take a drive or travel. And the major arcana here were the Starseed, which is the Fool, Shadow, which is the Devil, Ascension, which is the World, and then before the read we had the Moon, or Luna, and then after the read, Abundance, or the Empress, came up. We had 1 sword, 2 pentacles, 2 cups, and 3 wands, so mostly wands, which is very passionate physical energy. We have the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups in the read, as well as the Knight of Wands. Before the read is the Queen of Cups, after the read is the Queen of Pentacles, and we had triple threes in this read, so 333, 369, 3D, 40, 5D, all those energies come up. We also had double 10s and double 8s in a lesser sense, but the 3s were definitely the main number of the day. The 2 8s is the twins dancing side by side, balancing between their masculine and feminine. The 10-10 of keeping that high vibration. We also had a significant 5 here, which is freedom, change, and expansion, as well as the Hierophant. And then 9-10, begin again. Always remember to come back to center once you expand. The code line was all about manifestation. And the number 15 coming from 10 and 5. 15 is the Devil card, which has to do with the shadow or codependencies. And the messages were coming up to say and see, earned income credit, as well as editor-in-chief coming up to the nth degree. The 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and the grandmother, perhaps cooking too much. Perhaps people are feeling like they're getting fat because their mother or grandmother cooks too much. The 9, perhaps not being even or fair. And the man regarding contents, whether it's the contents of them because they're eating too much, or the contents of their home and the grandmother. But there's definitely family relationships going on here. Perhaps mother and son, or grandmother and son, which I experienced as well. Also something fishy here to the nth degree, which can relate to food again, or just something fishy. Also obesity comes up here regarding fat and grease and lard as the path of the 10 of Pentacles, right? The wealthy family who can afford to eat too much. Also 5 bulls may be coming up here. So a lot of Taurus energy, which has been coming up over and over in this read today with the dice. We had Taurus coming up. Did we? Yeah, because the Empress, Taurus. And then again, it came up in the read. So also there may be devastation here. Somebody sassy, being sassy. Informed consent also coming up to the nth degree. Aiding with a pass key, or someone who's good as gold, with the 10 of Pentacles and 9 to 5, to be rich or afflicted with a disease in a manifestation here. So manifestation was coming up here. So manifest at connection. So again, in the same definition was coming up, to be rich or to be afflicted with a disease, right? Because when you have everything you want already, there's nothing else to expand to, right? Because most people are seeking to have more money or have a better house or have more savings for their kids. But if you have all that already, then maybe you're afflicted with disease, so you can experience something like that. But this is not, I'm not predicting anything for someone. I'm saying what your current circumstance is already. But this is the manifestation. Also, there could be like a 10 of Pentacles family with the grandmother and 5 aunts or uncles coming up here to say and see something fishy, dealing with obesity as a path, and the 10 of Pentacles of the grandmother and 5 aunts or uncles, and some kind of manifestation here. So, and I wasn't thinking of this when I was writing this, but I'm thinking there's 5 kids in my family, so there's, we're aunts and uncles to the 10 grandchildren as well. So, and then 10 of Pentacles is coming up. So that 10 of Pentacles can reference abundant family too, right? If you have a lot of family that can help you if you ever need help. Yeah, but there's definitely those kind of energies coming up, which are really odd because I don't remember them ever coming up like that before. The Knight of Swords reversed coming up, and beneath it, the Queen of Cups upright, the Seven of Wands upright, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Ten of Wands upright, and Luna, or the Moon, reversed. So the Queen of Cups is upright. She's a very loving, kind, intuitive person. She can be a water sign, Aries, Cancer, Pisces. She doesn't have to be. She could have a lot of water in her chart, or just being, in that energy. It's very divine feminine energy. Standing up for themselves, perhaps overworking or not working out, or perhaps physically not working out. Burdened by deception of the Knight of Swords reversed, who may be lying or verbally abusive or giving them the silent treatment about synchronicities and options, shopping for a home or to decorate a home perhaps, but without the tools to manifest this. The King of Wands reversed may be exhausted. He could be sick. He could also be pissed off. But he could also be on vacation with the kids and or pets, or Leo, in need of strength to deal with them, or the courage to get through a situation. The Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed can also be children giving them a hard time. But they can also be messages of jealousy or insincerity or moodiness or rejection. And then the Page of Pentacles reversed can be a child who needs help, money, or an opportunity. It can be an adult who's acting like a child, or someone who is an opportunist, who leans on everybody else to get their stuff done. And then the King of Cups upright here, who should be unconditionally loving, offering new passion and growth, creativity perhaps to a clingy Leo or kids or pets, exposing all, looking back or about the past, perhaps after a death or dealing with a near-death experience. Perhaps a kid took a ride, or after an accident in the past, there may be a kid who got off scot-free, or a near-death experience or never-ending story that's all about the kid's happiness looking back and not yours. Scorpio reversed and Leo upright, or in need of help, or an opportunist, schmoozer, or jealous King of Cups, but he's coming up upright here, offers new passion, sex, or growth, or creativity to Scorpio reversed and or Leo upright in the past. So again, somebody's reviewing something that happened before. Starting over with a Hermit or Virgo, shedding light on a dependent or powerlessness of letting go to fix things or make amends, or somebody looking back at all the money that was wasted on professionals or family who spends too much perhaps, at 8-11, which is strength or the dance, and the 11 of justice, truth and balance. So separation comes up here, and beneath it, codependency. And then at 8-12, which again is the dance of strength, inner and outer strength, but also the manifestation of your dreams, and the 12 of the Hanging Man. And also we're dealing with 8-12 right here, which is coming up. Today's the 10th. And the 12th, what was that? Something was coming up for the 12th. Something is, I don't know if I have something scheduled on the 12th. There's something on the 12th that came up before. I can't remember what it is now. I know I have something scheduled on the 14th, but not the 12th, but there's something else. So anyway, a losing battle of I spy, perhaps on a couple, putting truth aside to have sex in peace. The divine feminine in the 5D, Pisces reversed, or upside down world looking in on the King of Swords. The fantasy mirror of the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and their fruitfulness, and then time out with the 37, which is the King of Cups, and beneath that, compassion of the 99, which is, lots of compassion and endings, and helping, having compassion for those people who are going through endings. It's very difficult for them. I've also been getting, for the past few days, Get Smart and Agent 99, so that's also coming up. With Get Smart and Agent 99, he with conditions and she with compassion for him. Choosing a new path through suffering and silence, or perhaps a sister, unable to sleep or numb or awaken coming out with a message of love. The Page of Cups upright, the Page of Pentacles upright, and the Page of Swords reversed, and lovers here, or affection between these children or friends, or messages here, or the Page of Pentacles is sending a negative message or talking shit behind the Page of Cups' back. Candy Striper or Candy the Stripper and Kermit the Frog, Peacock, lovers, or kids being cruel to each other when unable to deal with their feelings. Just like boys will pull a girl's hair when they like them because they don't know how to deal with their feelings. Gemini upright here. Lovers holding their tongue in the past or about the past, letting go to fix things with the Ten of Pentacles fantasy family in a timeout or vacation with conditions, of course. Then we have the underlying energy of the King of Cups reversed with conditions or emotionally unavailable with the High Priestess or secret or their own psychic abilities, or he may be a Pisces, and the Knight of Wands reversed player paralyzed by big love. And then going forward after this read, the energy of the Queen of Cups comes up, feeling burdened and left behind for the good life, with the devil or temptation in kids, the Divine Feminine in the 5D or Pisces reversed, offering a new life in exchange for big love from the one without options or hanging out with lover, dissatisfied in a partnership, in disconnect or at a distance, with the King of Pentacles who's not speaking at all about the, who's not speaking or is all about the money. This also could be Pisces reversed or the world upside down, offering money for love without option. Perhaps somebody hung out to dry by their lover, dissatisfied or arrogant, in disconnect or at a distance. And again, the King of Pentacles reversed, who may be unstable financially or just all about the money in general. So it could be a good person who's struggling and losing money, or a person who's not a very good person who only cares about, making money and not interested in love at all. So 827 is the Strength card and the 27 of the Ace of Wands. In the recent past is the Ascension card reversed, without options due to marriage, religion, establishment, or Taurus, and the patient angel offering a new life but doing it under the radar, or perhaps getting payment under the table after death, or to clingy Knight of Pentacles reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed and Page of Wands reversed. They can all be children here, and they could all be adults acting like children, but getting over a loss or regret and settling out with the Page of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Swords reversed in negative self-talk, post-war or post-virus, being very judgmental of the Hermit who may be hiding something at work. The foundation here is the shadow, perhaps of the victim with unhappy family or no emotional fulfillment and jealous, rejected, or moody, with new information causing a purge in the ending of an emotional cycle. The central energy is the Starseed with a fresh new start at work, ending pain or stabbed in the back, and challenged by the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, bridging with liar or verbal abuser, and the Empress upright burdened by the injustice of this, presenting the truth or handing them their crown on a silver sword, and the Knight of Swords reversed, perhaps who choked or just didn't heed the call, perhaps made a bad decision in an all-business partnership that's not working out, and only being patient because they're drinking all the time and burning the past because they're drinking, so they don't care. At 836 is the Strength card again, and the 36 of the Atlas energy, the 10 of Wands, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, and the Sagittarius with a new passion for pushing them out of bed if they won't wake up, sleeping through their alarm or holding back an announcement, with the dependent getting over depression of a secret passion, and the wounded warrior surrendering to peace in purging out the nightmare. Now crowning here is the King of Cups upright, perhaps with their soulmate, a secret passion, perhaps down on their knees with Hermit holding the light behind them, dissatisfied with their lover, uncomfortable, stepping up to the plate, or messaging them. Somebody's praying, for things to go their way. King of Cups here is upright with sunshine, closing the distance gap, with narcissistic old man perhaps, a religion, establishment, or marriage, or Taurus, or Hierophant, and ending the conflict with the sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange at the new moon, Lionsgate, where things are not working out with the King of Cups post-war in energetic exchange with the past, being nostalgic of a hostage of sexual energy, with the King of Wands reversed blocking the Empress upright, or the King of Wands reversed may be sick and tired of stubborn evil Empress refusing to move out or work. The King of Wands reversed standing up for themselves to or for the Queen of Cups upright, who may be coming clean or cleaning up the act or just cleaning out their space, in disconnect or at a distance, yet coming together with hostage or required to be at a gathering that you don't want to go to, feeling trapped there, Soon as the Nine of Wands reversed, the Wounded Warrior surrendering, and the Knight of Wands reversed, playing two sides of the coin, perhaps. The Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and then juggling on the other side, performing, distracting the crowds, pushed to their emotional limit, dumping a load, or purging, sweating it out, hanging out with a lover in separation, or hung out to dry by them. And this could be someone working out too if they've gained weight, because obesity was definitely coming up. The King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, at home or in union, and the Knight of Wands reversed, paralyzed by their passions, or fell off the wagon, or caught up in the middle, playing the family, business, or community, and the crowd, playing both sides of the fence. The twin flames here are seeing themselves as the Three of Cups, which is upright in this read. Just want to make sure that was correct. Yeah. Okay, so twin flames are seeing themselves as the Three of Cups upright. This is joy, union, coming together. The Divine Feminine in the 5D with the King of Swords and surrender. The Page of Cups reversed, dissatisfied and rejected, finding peace away from the Queen of Wands reversed, who's reaping his rewards, perhaps always playing the victim. And the Page of Cups reversed can represent a spoiled adult as well, acting like a spoiled child. So there's heart-to-heart communications here, forgiving and learning, as the King of Swords is upright with the Page of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, making him crazy. So this could be a father with his children, or father with younger people at work, or a partner who's been rejected. That could be an ex. But Pisces and Sagittarius around them, and around the twins are how they're seen as the Knight of Wands reversed, depressed and or arrogantly, moving or traveling or ascending, free to leap away from the Queen of Swords reversed, perhaps with Aquarius in her chart. And Aries and Cancer, Sagittarius here too, and the block being the Five of Wands reversed. No drama. Maybe somebody's addicted to drama and not sure how they'll do when there's no drama. Maybe they think they'll be bored out of their mind. The King of Wands reversed, separated, destined. King of Pentacles reversed, or Libra, with manifestation, but even more so, love, with the Devil feeling castrated, marking their territory. This could be a Capricorn as well, surrounded by women. Capricorn and Libra, destined to be tempted at work. The Evil Empress and the High Priestess reversed, which could be a secret passion, surrendering to make peace with the Hermit, suffering in silence, or who can't sleep. At the workplace with the Evil Empress and the Emperor being propositioned by multiple women and running away. At 9/18, which is, again, my birthday keeps coming up over and over again. Again, this is the alignment of the twins, the 9 of the Hermit, the 18 of the Moon. The workplace of the Empress and disconnector at a distance, coming together like pulling teeth. Uncomfortable at work, looking back or about the past, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress, which can be the same person or two separate people, could be a mother, a daughter and her mother, surrendering to the Devil or their codependencies or addictions, or Capricorn waving, or their temptation. And by the way, I was watching Valentine's Day that night. Atlas leaving the Wounded Warrior behind at the new moon, holding their tongue, with the shadow coming together with the Knight of Wands reversed. And remember, I showed you the picture of the shadow of the bee. Okay, so we have a bird in their shadow, and now we have a bee in their shadow in the clouds. Holding their tongue, coming together with their shadow, with the Knight of Wands reversed, who may be paralyzed by their own passions, or perhaps a player, or falling short of their energy, not being able to follow through with what they promised. But in the upside-down world that we're all going through right now, with the Divine Feminine in the 5D, and challenged by the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, surrendering to end the conflict with the King of Cups upright, at work, uncomfortable with the past, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress, or abundance, and surrendering to temptation, or ball and chain, who's waving. The Knight of Swords reversed is not ascending with their lover, or Gemini's world has come crashing down. Shadow in a fresh start with the King of Cups upright, unconditional love, challenged by that 10 of Pentacles, family, business, community, which can be an abundant world as well, and coming together with the Wounded Warrior in surrender. The Knight of Wands reversed, ending drama at the workplace, or perhaps creating it. Uncomfortable energies looking back at the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Empress upright, surrendering to all that is, even the Devil, Capricorn, or temptation, at 9:37, which is the Hermit and the 37 of the King of Cups again. Unconditional love. Okay, so now we're going to pull a few oracle cards to see what comes up. Let's see what this is. Yeah, it's a really weird energy. I was doing a few things, you know, just reconciling my statement and some other 3D things I was doing this morning, and I was getting really tough energies coming through. Really stressful. So I don't know what that's all about this morning, but I definitely feel better now. So take another deep breath. All right, let's see from the animal deck what's coming up for you guys. What is the takeaway from this twin flame read for August 10th? Today is 2021. August 10th, 2021. Okay, and we have the shark. Okay, so that's the energy I was feeling this morning for sure. So some kind of shark attack here, right? They're out for blood. There's only red in this picture, and that's it. And remember, sharks don't see very well, though, right? So they may be not seeing things right. They're attacking because they're under the illusion, you know, whatever they're believing, but they don't see very well. So imagine someone is blind, and then they're just trying to navigate their way through, but not able to see things clearly. And we also have the peacock here. So this is a very interesting face-off here. The peacock in this deck is very much about being beautiful within and without. Okay, and there's very much green-blue energies here, which is very balanced energy between the heart and the throat. And they also have the yellow and gold of the solar plexus, so very well balanced energy there. Whereas the shark is in the red here. So then maybe they are going through some financial challenges. And so because of that frustration, or it can be anyone who all of a sudden has to get a lot of things done and all of a sudden feel under pressure and go into that anxiety of attacking others, you know, taking it out on other people that don't deserve it. So why is the shark and the peacock facing each other? The next two cards are the owl and the rabbit. They're very opposite polarities as well, because this is the wise old owl, and the bunny's the one who's one of the ones in the most fear of all, right? Because they're always scared of everything. It's the bunny, oh, I'm scared, and they always run away. So there's polarities coming up here. So we're like polarizing for a reason. Let me just put my bowls aside here so I have a little bit of room. All right, so coming out in pairs, okay? These are very polarized as well, the shark and the peacock. You know, very loving and beautiful, and here, you know, attacking, you know, not caring how you feel, wanting to eat you for dinner, right? This is very polarized here. And then here we have the energy of Mr. Ed and the lamb, and for me, Mr. Ed is the God energy, and the innocent lamb with a mark on their head, right? And this can represent the Son of God as well, right? The polarities of being safe and secure, right? Because the God mind is in charge here, but the lamb, it has a mark on their head. They have to deal with the 3D issues, you know. They have to feel what it's like in the 3D. You know, God doesn't have to go through what we're going through in the 3D. So it's, again, showing you a polarity here between being in control and being the innocent lamb, right, with a mark on their head. So again, bringing up these different polarities here. Extreme polarities. Oh, there you go. Here's another one. The mouse and then the crowd, right? The mouse is tiny and vulnerable, and they have a little bit of rainbow energy there spraying in, but how can they connect with their rainbow energy with all this other dark energy spraying in? And I told you, when the rainbow energy came in from sealing the grid, it displaces all the dark energy that was on the earth, which then gets splattered out from the center, just like this looks like. It gets splattered out from the center and then hits everybody in its path on the way out. So that could be some of the energy we're also feeling. And again, here's the polarities of a crowd and being very alone and scared. And this is either seeing something beautiful that they're magnetically attracted to, or a fight. It's very lower chakra here. So it's either someone superficial that's beautiful, or the accident that, you know, people can't handle not looking at, right? So again, all these polarities coming up. And that was, the fire ant was coming up upside down. So that could be even worse. When it's upside down, sometimes it's not the opposite. Sometimes it's like out of control. And that's what I'm getting, because there's a dark lower energy there. Where the mouse is trying to be high vibrational, but there's so much dark energy like being sprayed at them, they don't know what to do. So the bottom of the deck here is the fish. All right, and the fish is usually nonstop movement, but there's lower chakra energy here of the red, which is the root chakra. It's because they keep moving out of fear, and they really need to stop and focus on their body and how it feels. And then we have the hawk behind them as well, kind of clearing the way, and the kind of putting all the lower chakra energies behind, trying to purify, as quickly as they can. So again, there could be a lot of movement within the waters, trying to clear the dark out of the waters, and in the skies, the birds clearing the skies of this dark energy, because they know it's coming, because they were prepared for this. That's the underlying energy. So don't worry that we're good. We have help in doing this, but that's what you're doing too. You're walking transmuters. So if you're walking through dark energy, you're feeling it, but you're also transmuting at the same time. So don't go into fear about it. That's the point. Stay in your high vibration, be loving to others. When others get short or impatient with you, stay grounded and loving, right? And, ask them to please be nice to you, and don't deal with them if they're not going to be nice to you, but also give them love at the same time, okay? So let's see what the journey of love has to say for us now. All right, so journey of love. What's coming up for the journey of love for the twin flames? What does the message say? Take a deep breath. Okay, we have hidden beauty, which is the 45. That's the grieving card of the 5 of Cups. So again, you may need to purge. It could be grief, loss, regret, not letting go of the past, or just needing to stay out of the sun. Like my air conditioning was out, and that's probably how I felt because I was exhausted from the heat. So it doesn't have to be, depression, but it can be. So again, you're not allowing your beauty to shine. It's where you go within because you're feeling not up to it. Either feeling at a loss, feeling depressed, feeling grief, regret, shame, guilt, not letting go of the past, or just feeling unworthy, or feeling so hot you can't deal with life, right? Because heat burns you out, right? Ice at least preserves you. If you're freezing cold, it's not a good feeling at all. But if you die freezing to death, at least you're preserved. And the heat, you burn out. There's nothing left but ash. So make sure you don't overheat. Hidden beauty, and then the heart of God through the portal here. The 9 is, again, the hermit, the energy of going within, of being in solitude, and connecting to your higher self, to the heart of God. Okay? So, when the heat is on, go within to cool off. The bottom of the deck is Her Grace. I'm getting my mom. My mom's Mary Grace, so she's coming up again. 17 is the star, but also Grace Kelly is coming up with Her Grace. And again, shining your light, allowing yourself to heal. Heal yourself has been coming up all week. So again, focus on yourself. Make sure you're healing. Spend some time within. Make sure you're in a comfortable place. And this is the card that always comes up with Linda McCartney and Paul. We used to wear those big vests, that were really long and kind of bulky. And it's like them, walking through on a record, going into the vortex, but able to manifest or actually navigate through all the layers of chaos in this cyclone, right? In order to get to the vortex. Being able to walk somebody else into the vortex without getting taken down because you are present in the moment, staying in your grounded energy. In the dance of the planets of the 56, which is the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing and keeping your energy clear. And then, so we have Linda McCartney and Grace Kelly coming through here, and my mother, Grace. Okay? And if this is, Grace is present, and also the game shows are reminding me, I forgot that, because here's Grace Kelly presenting Linda and Paul and their new record. I don't know, does he have a new record out? I don't know. Okay, but it's bringing up the game shows. It's like a game show. You get to pick which curtain or which door to open. That's interesting the way it's coming through. And when you're at a loss, you know, go within, the hermit. It's just saying when you're just feeling weak and you can't face, like if I don't feel up to coming online today because I'm just in a weird energy, then just go within, you know, meditate, take a walk, go in the woods, put your bare feet in the grass, take a salt bath, go in the ocean. Anything that makes you feel more refreshed. Just focus on you. Don't worry about other people. You need to love yourself first. Don't forget that. Okay, we're going to read this one too, The Hidden Beauty. Let's see what comes up with that. And let's see. Oh, and the shark. I'm going to read you that one first too. The shark. Where are you, shark? Are you water or fire? I can't remember. Yeah, definitely water. All right. Shark is being elusive. I can't find him. Where are you, shark? There you are. Okay, directness, exposure, revealing true nature, and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending that nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So again, that's that tension that's building this morning. And when in balance, they're intriguing, captivating, and mysterious, but when they're out of balance, they're sneaky and destructive. To bring back into balance, honesty, right? What do you want? It was interesting too, because my son had asked me a question this morning where he was given the choice to decide, and it was like he was going to defer it back to someone to give them control over the decision to please them instead of taking that choice himself. So be honest with what you want. Right? Don't give your power over to someone else to please them. Do what you want when you're given that opportunity, especially. Again, the shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to be totally ourselves, or to say what we really want. It may be tempting to continue pretending nothing's wrong, but when the shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So it's telling you something needs to be said. All right. So let's see, 45. All right, the hidden beauty. You're glimpsing beauty, and yet there's more to be revealed. And remember, too, the peacock is beauty, right? So you're glimpsing beauty, and yet there's more to be revealed. There's more than what you're currently seeing. To attempt to force the vision would prevent you from seeing what's being revealed. So you block yourself when you go into frustration, right? So to attempt to force the vision would prevent you from seeing what's being revealed. You're not supposed to see yet. You're supposed to allow the feeling to pass through you. Be patient and look more closely. Soften your heart and ask to be shown the beauty in the situation that's being shown to you. Wait, let the vision come alive, and you shall witness what was once hidden. This oracle brings you a suggestion from divine guidance. You may think you see the whole picture, but if you look deeper, you shall see something that brings you much joy, hope, and reassurance. There's a more beautiful perspective here that affirms and nourishes you and all involved in the situations of your life that are puzzling you at present. Take heed and relax. All is as it's meant to be, and soon you too will be able to see. And the poem reads, when I close my eyes at night, I see your face, your lips, the brush of your hair across your brow, the down of your skin soft against my touch. My love grows in the solitude, listening for the morning light and you. Okay, so make sure to drink your water, get enough water every day because that helps you connect better. And just, the human body needs water to feel good. Make sure you get enough rest, best you can. Don't get frustrated if you don't, just is what it is. Take every moment as it comes. Make sure to get some joy and get outside in nature and do whatever you want. You're the boss. It's your life. Make sure that other people know who you truly are. Speak your truth, and whatever's bubbling up that you're not saying, me too, what is it that you're not saying? Let it just bubble up. Don't try to force it out before it's ready to come up. It will come up in its time. And rise and be love, you guys. Take a deep breath. It's 1:51 on the clock. 1 is the magician, 51 is the King of Swords. And rise and be loved, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.